Oh, shit. The Tiger Electronics handheld games. Oh, boy! These are something I don't really think many people will defend. These are little LCD handheld games that you could pick up from back in the day, you know, in the 90s for, you know, like decent prices. They weren't straight up giving them away, but I think they were just easy for anybody to look at and be like, oh man, my kid likes insert franchise. I'll get them this thing. And yeah, you know, they are in fact little handheld games. These weren't really anything other than things to do with your thumbs. There was barely any strategy with any of these games. They barely ever represented the actual games or properties. They were merely just kind of cool little novelty items that you could also play. They have the interactivity of a calculator, and that's about it. Probably like about 20 bucks or so to get one of these. So, you know, they made fine little stocking stuffers or just presents, whatever. They were cheap. They had all the best licenses. But what makes this so egregious these days compared to other LCD games? Because other LCD games are oftentimes looked upon fondly, such as Nintendo's Game & Watch series. Now, some people will probably look at a Tiger Electronics game and a Game & Watch game and be like, that's the same damn thing. Why would I want to play either one of those? And I understand that. I don't think Game & Watch games necessarily hold up today, but I find that they're far easier to appreciate. I feel like they were better designed around the LCD screen, the limitations of the hardware, whereas Tiger Electronics, they didn't give a goddamn. Game & Watch games, you could see the game design there, as simple as it was, and see how it's just like, oh man, this is challenging and addictive. It's about getting a high score with an endurance round. While most Tiger games are that, they tried to go way beyond their capabilities. Like Double Dragon is a game where you just move forward and punch and kick the enemies to death. That is all you do. And it, like, is this really a game that you can adapt to an LCD screen? God, no. Or something like Game & Watch Ball. This is the Super Mario Brothers variant because that's the closest one I had on me right now. It's simple. It's not exciting. But you can see how it's just like, yeah, you're juggling the ball. You just have to move back and forth and just try and juggle it. And you can just kind of see how it's like, yeah, if you're on the train, if you're trying to kill time, this is what this is meant for. They're not trying to be exciting. They're not trying to be flashy. They're just trying to give you a very simple gameplay experience, and I think it exceeds at that. Is this anything crazy? Is this anything amazing? God, no. But Game & Watch isn't really meant to be that. Tiger games are trying to be something they ain't, and there were generally hundreds of these out there. You can very easily find them on eBay. A lot of times they're still working. This Double Dragon one still works. This Street Fighter 2 one works as well. I feel like these things are built like a tank, but that's fair because like how much is actually inside these things. They're pretty much just calculators. But as gaming evolved, the Tiger Electronics game just kind of faded into obscurity. It made sense back in the 90s, but over time, I think people started to realize that these things weren't that fun, and they were just kind of a waste of money when you get down to it. I mean, like, yeah, they are cheaper than, like, Game Boy games and a Game Boy system especially, but I mean, like, what are you actually going to be playing? So Tiger games and the LCD game in general, for the most part, faded into obscurity. I do remember back in the mid-2000s, there was like a Happy Meal promotion with Sega games, and they were giving away these Happy Meal toys that were these LCD games based on Sega properties like Sonic and Super Monkey Ball. That was pretty cool. Nintendo's brought back Game & Watch a couple of times with like Club Nintendo rewards and Super Mario Brothers and Legend of Zelda special releases, though those weren't like the traditional Game & Watch LCD screen. But yeah, I mean, like, this is kind of an era of gaming that is really cool to look back at. It definitely got us to where we are today. It is integral to the history of video games. Now, kindly get the out. Well, listen, you know how things are. We live in an era where things right now, they suck ass. We gotta go back to when things were damn simple. Back when things were good. Son of a bitch. From the vault, it's the Tiger Electronics video games again. Yeah, they re-released these things recently. Made by Hasbro. I think Hasbro owns the rights to Tiger Electronics now. And yeah, you can get Tiger Electronics games again. And for the most part, these look like they're genuinely like the same molds, the same things all over again. And they're about 20 bucks or so. Pretty easy peasy. I mean, why the hell not re-release these things and just see if there's any market potential for bringing these back, any nostalgia for these Tiger Electronics games. Why not? I think this is stupid, but pretty awesome at the same time. But I think what'll tell us if these actually have market potential these days is if they are fun in any way. So let's take a peek. They aren't. Starting off with Sonic 3, I remember this was kind of interesting because for a second there, this was the only way you could play Sonic 3 in the modern day. Well, not technically. I mean, like, Sonic 3 has always had some weird-ass things with it, specifically with the music. That's kind of where all the copyright problems come from. And while it was available on, like, Xbox Marketplace and Steam, Sega couldn't, like, do any new re-releases of it for a while. Until Sonic Origins, when they actually went in and replaced the music. But for a second here, this was the most modern version of Sonic 3 available. Yay! And yeah, for the most part, this is the exact same Tiger version of Sonic 3 they released back in the 90s. 94 to be exact. All of these games have the year at the top there, and just a couple things denoting how, yeah, this is, in fact, you know, from the vault. Oh, great. Be honest, Hasbro, these things are not locked up whatsoever. Like, they just probably have these on a pallet in a warehouse somewhere. All right, so, yeah, this is pretty much the exact same mold. Now, a main difference I see right off the bat is instead of just being able to pop open the battery cover here, there is a screw. Now, I assume this has to do with like some safety things that they've instated in the past couple like years or past decade or two, which is annoying. I don't like having to get out a screwdriver for something so stupid, but it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Let's play some Sonic 3. Ah, man, this is still hard to get out, man. I don't like this. This is annoying. All right, come on. To be fair, I don't think we should be doing it this way. Oh, bada bing, bada boom, baby. I only slightly smell warmed up plastic. All right, Sonic 3. Now, from what I know, this version of Sonic 3 seems very much like the bonus stages in Sonic 3. So let's take a peek at this here. I don't fucking know. All right, I'm gonna have to open up the manual on this one because I don't understand what the hell is going on. So, Sonic 3, Tiger Electronics. Try to locate Chaos Emeralds and defeat Dr. Eggman. Use your spin dash attack to destroy obstacles in your... It's the same problem with all of these games. Like, is this really something you want on an LCD screen? Like, this is way too complicated. Bro, the background of this game is supposed to look like the special stages in Sonic 3. Yet, the actual foreground, where all the LCD drawings are, like, that's all, like, regular 2D action. What the hell? If it was the actual special stages, if it was like the actual Blue Sphere special stages from Sonic 3, I think that would actually work fine on an LCD screen, or at least like for like by Tiger Electronics standards. No, like I don't want to play that. That was stupid. Way too complicated, and that's where all of these Tiger games really, really fall flat. They try to replicate their source materials way too much, to the point where, like, I don't know what the hell I am doing in these games. And I don't really care to learn. Why would I want to? It's not going to be good regardless. Well, let's try Spider-Man. Released in 1991. This one at least seems a bit more simple. Just Spider-Man crawling up a wall. Oh, you paranoid bastards. What, who's gonna try and steal this out of the packaging? Come on, guys. All right, we got Spider-Man. Let's see what's going on with this one. Man. Okay, so, I can't really move. I'm just gonna turn it off and on again, and we're gonna try this again. All right. Oh, I'm going up. Yeah, I'm going up. Oh, okay. So I gotta clear my path up I'll punch these guys. Keep going up. Keep going up. Gotta move. Alright. Alright. I kind of understand this one. Still sucks ass. So why not? Let's try and cleanse our palate with Jurassic Park from '93. You have 3 chances to call Dr. Grant when you need his help. Race to the power box and turn it on to shock T-Rex for bonus points. This sounds like the worst. All right, so Jurassic Park. I'm running away from a T-Rex. Okay, moving on. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. This, at the very least, seems to be more of a dumb little punching kick LCD game. I'm not expecting anything from this. At least something stupid like Double Dragon, but playable nonetheless. All right, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Okay. Punch, punch, punch. Punch, punch, punch. Can I morph? I'm gonna morph. Look at me, I'm up there now. Okay. Punch, punch, punch. Punch. The 90s were cool. And finally, the last one I have, potentially the last that Hasbro re-released, is The Little Mermaid, all the way back from '91. All right, I'm just dodging fish. The music is it's going. It's still going. This fucking sucks. And that's pretty much the Tiger from the Vault lineup. There are a couple more I looked up that are out there. There's like an X-Men one, a Transformers one, but my God, do I not care. Tiger definitely played a role in video game history, and these are kind of cool to look back at, and I'm glad they got re-released. I think it's kind of interesting, but there's a reason why the Game & Watch games I think are much, much, much better than these. These are fucking confusing. And even when you understand how to play them, that doesn't make them fun. They take way too long to figure out what's actually going on screen. And when you finally do, you realize this game isn't worth your time, attention, or money, or whatever. These are cute, like, collector's pieces. I think the whole thing is that they feel like, oh man, you know, like, oh, this is my Sonic 3 device. That's cool. Just have like a dedicated device for Sonic 3. It's neat. But these things aren't designed as actual games. They are designed as mindless things to push buttons to. There's no game here. I'm telling you straight up, there is no game here. They could have all picked so much easier things to do. Sonic 3, the special stages in that game. That's what the goddamn background's based on. But no, what the hell? Yeah, so I think these are kind of cute. You know, they're not very fun, but you know, they're kind of cute. So, you know, go for it if you want to.